Oh man, I can't believe it, man. I know it's corny to say, but I actually cannot still believe that I won. I know, it's crazy to me. Oh yeah, let me show you what Mr. Moneybags bought me, by the way. This is a $10 sparkling wine bottle. He bought me a $10 bottle for me winning probably the craziest tournament of all time. He bought me a $10 bottle. Is this tournament crazier than Pound 3? I think this... They're crazy in their own different way. It's hard to say. We gotta rank Mango runs at some point, but this one was insane, dude. I think just the storyline of this one, the fact that it was the first one, the whole Fox Marf thing, the FD games, biggest prize pool, like the story to this one was crazy, dude. Didn't even see the win. Time that guy out. One fun fact: the Tuesday after, no, the Monday after, I go to eat at my local spot in Cerritos, and somebody comes up to me like, "Oh my God, Mango, huge fan, man. Can I get a picture?" I'm like, "Yeah, dude. Did you see yesterday?" He's like, "Oh no, I just I don't really watch like I used to." I was like,
"Let's kick some tail."
I was like, "You don't know what happened?" He's like, "No, what happened?" I was like, "Nothing, man. Don't worry about it." Did you get the 45K? No. Also, I think I made about 50. We're just gonna say 50K. Okay, we're all in favor. Because I won every event except basketball. I made about 1K from Hot Tub. I made 1.2K from Mario Party.
We're not done yet.
I made 250 from Obstacle Course. And 1K from doubles. So that's what? 3.25 something? I was gonna give my mom my check, and then I realized that she would just buy like a $30,000 handbag, and I was like, no, we don't have it like that yet. Not yet. Not yet. Because she would. I fucking know she would. You know what I'm doing with it? So if you're wondering, Mango, what are you doing with the $50,000? First of all, I don't give a fuck about the $50,000. It just sounds tight to say that I won $50,000. And now I realize
we're not done yet.
When I'm like in Ubers and shit. Also, ignore the background. I don't know how loud it is, but yeah, they're working on some shit. Now when like I get in an Uber and they're like, "Oh my God, how much money do you get when you win a tournament?" I always lied and would be like, 30K, you know, pretty bad. And they're like, "Oh, not bad." But now I'm gonna be like, "Yeah, you know, when I win, I make like 50K." That's the best part. Is that I get to lie now, and my lie's not totally a lie. So let me tell you the logic. You're probably wondering, Mango, why did you tweet that out when I said I just wanted to go home? Because I did want to go home. I was done. I was so fucking over it. Every set I played up until that, I played like shit. Every set. Against H-Box, you know, I didn't play that great. Against Moki and Pools, I didn't play that great. I actually played pretty good against Kadoran for the most part up until like the last 2 games. I just was not playing well. And I was just over it. And I was like... And then I lose to Omsa, and I'm like, whatever, I'm fine. It was in Pools. But by losing to Omsa, like, I then give myself the hardest possible bracket. I get Plup into Zane. That's like... You can't ask for a fucking harder bracket for me, right? Like, for anybody in the world, that is a ridiculously hard bracket. So I'm like, you know, I was like, fuck, man.
Let's rock and roll.
So I was like, this is bullshit, whatever. And then I lose to Plup, and I didn't just lose to Plup. Plup shat in my mouth. It was bad. And I was just like, it was just bad. I just got owned. Also, Axe, while you're here, let me tell this little Amsa story. Amsa and Axe are leaving the venue. I give them a hug because I'm in a good mood. And they're happy people. They probably want a Mango hug. I give Axe a hug. I'm like, Mango X Wednesday, Summit Champions. He's like, yeah. And I'm like, yeah. And we're like, yeah. Summit Edition Mango X Wednesday. Hopefully coming to a Wednesday near you next week. And, yes. And then I tell Amsa, I'm like, Amsa, I'm like, man, I was like, you little fuck. I was like, only you and Plup beat me. And then he goes, yeah, but you beat Plup. You know beat me. And I'm like, the fuck out of here. The fuck out of here, Amsa. I was so mad. He's like, you know beat me. I was like, this motherfucker. I was like, true.
These guys just keep coming.
But he was just so happy. I couldn't say anything. He just got me. I was all happy that I won. Also, just a quick jab to the stomach before he leaves. He's like, you know, beat me. I was like, fuck. I was like, you're right. I was like, I got payback. Did I see the H crack? I did. I was right there. So look, okay, Zane and Zach called me mean because they were playing basketball. AMSA! They were playing basketball. And I was like, someone should tell H-Box's cracks out. And Zane and Zach are like, wow, that's real mean. I'm like, bro, if my crack was out, I would appreciate if you guys told me that it was out. So that I could, you know, it's not my crack hanging out on stream.
Let's kick some tail.
I was like, that's a homie move. And they're like, alright, that's a homie move. And I was like, yeah. Yeah, so, so that was my quick AMSA story. AMSA just hit me with it. But when I lost to Plup, I was so Shadow Realm. You've never seen me so down.
I guess I should be thankful.
Because usually I lose in winners. And like, I get over it kind of quick. Because I have to get back into the tournament. Right? So like, I lose. And then I'm like bummed for 20 minutes. And then I go, okay, let's make a run. Let's at least try. But when I lost to Plup, I just wanted to go home. That tweet was serious. I was like,
we're not done yet.
There was like a 12 minutes where I really considered just leaving. I was like, fuck it. I want to go home. I don't want to be here. Because I was so mad. Because I played like so shit, dude. And I was just like,
we're not done yet.
I was just in my head thinking like, is this really what's going to happen? Biggest fucking tournament ever. Well, biggest summit ever. Again, I've always said I don't consider Summit a super major, but I do think it's like a prestigious invitational. I stand by that. Now that I've won one, everyone always thought I was hating. Because, and the best example I can give you is AMSA probably had one of the best performances at Summit, got 9th place. HBox went like 5-4 and got 3rd, which is why I think Summit format it's not a real tournament, but it is what it is. And I've always said that. I do think this format was relatively good.
Kick some tail.
Overall, and I like that they give a lot of matches, but it's dumb that you can lose so many sets and place so high. Whereas like AMSA had a fucking great tournament, and then, you know, got 9th, and it's just, you know, it was what it was. So it's like, with that, I think, you know.
Gotcha.
What's up, Hootie? I think that's why, but I still think it is still Summit, and it's still great. So when I lost to Plup, I was just like,
I guess I should be thankful.
I was so fucking disappointed and like mad at myself, and like I remember just thinking, I sat there and in my head I was like,
rock and roll.
This is it. We're gonna get 9th place, 7th place at the fucking biggest summit. I'm like, all that fucking practice, all that shit talk you did over the year during quarantine, and I was just talking to myself. This is me talking to myself. But I'm not gonna get into Leffen. I'm gonna kick Leffen in the dick when I see him. Actually, no, I won the tournament. I don't have to do anything. Mentally, my Fox will kick him in the dick. And he'll feel it. I mean, I did call him out right when I won. And I think, I mean, like, you know, Leffen's my boy. I just don't like that he laughed at me. Frame point one. So keep in mind, as everything I'm saying about being upset, not happy, I want to go home, I check Twitter. And I see Leffen making fun of me for losing to Omps, and I was like, I was like, ooh, you little motherfucker, dude. Oh, I was mad. I was so mad. And like, keep in mind, I'm really fucking sad and mad. And that's why we responded. We get into our little, you know, shish kebab, whatever you want to call it. Again, with him, it's not personal. I just in the moment was I thought that was not cool at all. He didn't tag me or anything, but I read it. It was like the first thing I read, and I don't know.
Rock and roll.
I was really mad. Yeah. So that whatever. In the end, though, I swear to God,
kick some tail.
When I was down 2-0, I saw Leffen's face, just like a little shitty cutout of it in my head, and I was like, if I get 3-0'd, I can just see his stupid little fucking face. I swear to God, I was like, if I get fucking 3-0'd right now, I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, oh, I can't already see it. I already just saw it all happening, and like for 1 second, everything froze, and I was like, alright, we gotta at least take this to a game 5. I was like, this needs to be respectable. If like, cause I've been talking a lot of shit about Fox Marf. If you guys know, I've been saying it's good for Fox if you've been watching the stream for the last few months. Okay, wait, let me get back to my stories. So, no, again, we're up like 1,000 subs. It's only been fucking 40 minutes. So, keep in mind, that's why I was mad. That's why I was mad at Leffen, because I was sunken, man. I was so sunken, and then I just remember losing to Plup and just being like fuck, dude, like,
let's kick some tail.
Like, I talked, you know, all that shit, and like I know everyone's fucking making fun of me, and it's not like I think about people like I don't think of like Reddit in the moment, or I don't think of like Twitch chat being like, oh, Mango's this, Mango that doesn't really bother me, but in my head, I feel like.
These guys just keep coming.
I feel like I'm just like, because I would laugh at myself in my head. So like I would like if Leffen got owned in my situation, I wouldn't be a dick and tweet about it. But in my head, I'd be like get absolutely fucked. You know what I mean? So I know that people are thinking that about me, and like I know, and I think that's fine for people to think that about me, because you know I think that about I would think that about, you know, other people or whatever. So I'm like, fuck, man, and then I'm just so Shadow Realm. Nobody talks to me for a while. I'm just kind of by myself. I'm kind of just,
I guess I should be thankful.
You know, looking at my phone, whatever. And then like it was there, and I remembered something about competing.
We're not done yet.
It's in the Shadow Realm. Is when you remember. It's when you find yourself only at your absolute lowest.
I guess I should be thankful.
Can you find what you need? And I remember just thinking like. I was so fucking mad. I was thinking all of this, thinking that, and I was just like, and then at the end, I was like, I just started being like, I fucking suck. This is all like me talking to myself. It's not like I'm like, you suck, Mango. I'm just like, God, I'm so bad. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like, I'm just kind of like being like, oh my God, I'm so bad. Like, am I really gonna lose? Blah blah blah. And then,
your turn to be thankful.
You know, I'm whatever. I'm just kind of upset with myself. And then like. And then I get really hard on myself, and then there was a little Shadow Realm Mango. Just all the old Mangoes of past who have just gotten absolutely fucking owned. And they're like, Mango. I'm like, what? And they're like, don't join us. Do not join us down here. I was like, I don't know, man. I think I'm coming. I don't got it, man. I don't know. And all these little Mangoes are just like, do not... Because once the Shadow Realm, that Shadow Realm stays there. It just, that's, you know, and I swear to God... I was just like, I don't want to come down here, man.
Kick some tail.
And I'm not making this up. This is like as real as I can put it. It's not as anime as you guys are probably making out seem, but it's kind of like.
Let's rock and roll.
Kind of, and then like, I'm just thinking to myself like, I don't want to be down here, man. And like, I was just like, I gotta get out of here. I gotta get fucking out of here. So no, I swear I was just sitting there and I was like, finally after like 20 minutes of like being hard on myself, I was like. I forgot who told me the bracket. I don't know if Didi said this, and then I looked at the bracket, and I was like, okay, I have Moki into probably none. It was Kadoran or like none, but I was like, I think Kadoran would. I just assumed none would win. Whatever. And then I was like, okay, so I have a Fox into Falcon, because I was like, if this was like a basketball game and my Fox went out there and fucking went 1 for 12. From the field against Plup, you know what happens? To the bench. So I was like, I gotta get Fox on the bench because he's not doing a goddamn thing because he fucking sucks fat balls. So I'm like, I need to get him out of here. So I saw that I could play Falco in 2 games. So I'm thinking, I'm like, okay. I'm like, I need Falco to go big for me. I will need Fox to come back and win me the game. But for now, he can rest because he sucks. So I'm like, this is good. I'm like, so I look at my bracket and I'm like,
kick some tail.
Okay, and then I'm like, ideally in my head, I'm like, I'll probably have like a mix of like H-Box, Plup, Zane in the end, which I can go Fox on. So I just need Falco to get me through this part of the bracket. And then maybe I can do this. This was after like Cody lost too, so I knew he'd be that, and then whatever. So I'm thinking. I'm like, okay, so I gotta put Fox on the bench, right? So I look at my bracket, and I'm like, okay. I'm like, so I played Falco against Johnny right after. Also, Johnny came and started warming me up. I don't think if Johnny's not there, I don't win. I actually credit Johnny with, like, as much percentage as I can give him for doing absolutely nothing besides warming me up. Only for the strict fact is I had no one to play with. I was warming up literally against Mova, who's a homie. I was warming up against, like, Brandon. The random Peach player who was there. And I usually don't warm up with, like, you know, I usually warm up with, like, like Johnny or Joey or Dewan or Zach or
We're not
somebody
done
like
yet.
you know. But I was like, what? I didn't have anyone to play, so it was kind of whack. But I didn't like. It's not that it wasn't good warm up. I just warm up in a certain
Just keep coming.
certain way, and I didn't have that. So Johnny gets there, and then I'm like, okay, and then I stopped being a bitch pretty much
I
because
guess
like
I should be thankful.
I was just like, all right, I was like, bracket's looking good. I'm like, so I went from giving up to just like being like,
We're not done yet.
I'm at least gonna try. I'm like, I gotta at least get like in my head. I'm like, I want to win, but I think small goals are better. I think a lot of people are like at that point.
I guess I should be thankful.
The first thing on my mind is not I want to win this tournament. My first thing on my mind is I want to beat Moki and then none and then see what I got to do. So like I'm not like thinking like I'm going to make the sickest run, you know. I'm just like, all right, I got to beat Moki, see how I'm playing. I beat Moki. I think Moki played, you know, not the best, and I'm like I'm kind of playing pretty well. And then and then I'm like, all right, and then we got none. You know, I beat none. But I was playing Johnny, and literally asked Johnny right after I lost and we started playing. I went Falco. I was like quadruple 3-stocking Johnny every game. Johnny was getting so shat on. Also, as Vish, I had to play Vish in 3 games. Let's just say I'm no Bobby Big Balls. As Vish, what happened in those friendlies, he'll let you know. But my Falco was playing like a fucking god, right? So I was like, okay, this is good. The Falco is playing really well. This is good. I'm not gonna worry about the Fox.
We're not done yet.
I was like, this is good. This is all good. So I beat Moki. I beat none. I'm like, this is great. I go on to play. Is that when I played Cody? That was for 5th, right? So it was Moki. Yes. And then I played Cody.
These guys just keep coming.
And this is like 30 minutes after Cody forward B'd against HBox. And I was like, already once he forward B, I was like, I'm about to shit on him so hard. I'm like, this guy is not veteran enough to come back from that fast. And I'm like, I'm just like, okay, Cody's in the bag.
Shit.
And this is in the nicest way possible. I'm just like, I know what he's going through. I've been there. He's not bouncing back from that. And he was playing so bad that I was like, no, this is, I swear I'm not trying to be mean. I've just been there, and I'm like, he's not bouncing back from that quick. Now, if he had like an hour, the thing is, if I had to play like 25 minutes after I lost Plup, I probably wouldn't have won. You know what I mean? But I had like an hour. I had time to recollect myself, so that was big for me. So I was like, okay. So, and then after Cody loses, Cody walks over, and I'm like playing, and I'm like, Cody, please don't talk to me, because I know you're gonna say some shit that's gonna make me sad. And he comes over behind me and Johnny, and he goes, there's no fucking justice in this world. And I'm like, true. And then he walked away, and I was like, and then he walked away, and I'm like, damn, that made me sad, Johnny. And Johnny's like, yeah. He was like, yeah. I was like, fuck. Now I gotta fuck him up. Like, don't come to me. I'm the one who has to kill you. I had to Ned Stark him. I didn't want to put the sword through him, but I had to. I didn't want to do it. I was like, fuck. I gotta be the one to kill him. So I played Cody, and my Falco was playing really fucking well. Oh, by the way, I played Falco probably under 40 games total all week. I was only playing Fox. Fox. So keep in mind, I did not play Falco all week, and that is not an exaggeration. Ask anyone who was there. I was not playing Falco. But I was like, Falco, I fucking need you for a few sets, bro. I just need you to go massive. And I was playing friendlies, and like I just was not playing well. I don't know why. I couldn't hit it. It was the opposite of Summit. Usually I play like shit. No, usually I play like a god, and then I play like shit on Sunday. This was an opposite. I play like shit, play like shit, play like shit, play like shit, play like a god. It was really, really weird for me. So I beat Cody with Falco, so I had beat Moki, None, and Cody with Falco. And like, it was like I said, Falco. So I have to play Plup. Obviously, Plup shat on me, right? So I'm like, shit. I'm like, my Fox got kind of shit on, right? I play Johnny, and we play Sheik Falco, and I'm barely beating Johnny Sheik with my Falco. And I'm like, you hate to see that right before playing Plup. And I'm like, okay. I was like, what do we do, Mango? What do we do? What do we do? I was like, barely beating Johnny Sheik. And I'm just like, so I go up the stairs, and I'm like, I'm gonna go Falco. I sit down to play Plup, and he's warming up against the Falco, and I'm like on the screen, I'm like, I think I'm gonna go Fox. I think this guy's too ready for my This guy's way too ready for my shitty Falco. And I swear to God, that's like 60% of the reason I changed. He just warming up against the Falco, and I instantly got terrified. I'm like, this guy is so fucking ready for my Falco. My Falco's playing like shit. As I'm going up, I'm kind of thinking about it. Because I'm like, I'm going to play whoever feels better in the moment. Because my Falco was gassed. I played LSD in some games, and I could just tell my Falco, like... So I played LSD until Johnny came, and Johnny was like, do you want to play my Sheik? And I'm like, yeah, LSD, get the fuck out of here. I want to play Johnny Sheik. So I was playing LSD, and I was just playing really fucking, like... I was winning, but, like, I was like, I can't win the tournament with this Falco. I was like, this Falco, like, did what he could. So I go upstairs, I'm thinking, like, I also, you know, I have H-Box right after. I'm not gonna go Falco. And then I have, you know, Zane and Grand. So I'm like, I've been wanting to go Fox get him. I'm like, this is it. I was like, this is the setup. This is my Fox's time. I've been talking shit about how, like, you know, I want Fox to, here, I'll just turn alerts down a little bit. I was like, this is it. I've been talking all this shit about, like, how I want the right bracket for, Fox, and I was just like, fuck it. So I go upstairs, I see Plup against Falco, and I'm like, all I can see is Johnny's stupid little fucking face, and his Sheik was like fucking me up, and I'm like,
we're not done yet.
I was like, Falco, you gotta hand the baton off. I'm like, you gotta give it to Fox. And I was like, Fox, you gotta go big. Keep in mind, I had not been playing Fox at all. I had not played Fox until I lost to Plup. So to give you context, for the last like 2-3 hours, I had only played Falco. So that first game against Plup was my Fox's first game since getting 3-1 by Plup. So I was like, fuck it. I was like, Fox, this is your job. Falco fucking carried you through losers.
We're not done yet.
And I was like, you need to go big. I'm like, it's your time to shine, Fox. Like, so we sit down, I go Fox, and then like I remember I was first game, I was like,
I guess I should be thankful.
I was like, oh. Oh! I was like, wait a minute! Second after the first game, I'm like, I'm fucking winning this fucking tournament. I swear to God, I was like, oh, wait a minute. And all I'm thinking the whole time is like, if I beat Plup, I'm winning this tournament. I'm like, Plup's my hardest matchup. I'm more scared of Plup than I am H-Box and Zane. I'm terrified of Plup. So I was like, if I can beat Plup, I'm good. I'm like, I'm good. If I can beat Plup. Just beat Plup. Okay. And I beat Plup, and yeah, I feel like he was a little gassed out. I could feel that he was not as fast. I was also playing bad, but I was like, okay. Like, I could tell Plup, I was like, alright. H-Box was like the shitty, like, you know the shitty episodes in One Piece where it's just in the middle before you get to the part you want to be at? He was that. He was just the shitty waste of time. Yeah, he was just a filler. You know, he was just there. I don't know why he got third. I don't know who fucked up. I don't know who let this shitty episode be in the path of me and Zane, but he was there. He was a filler. I fucked him up. He was kind of bringing it back, and I was a little terrified. I'm not gonna lie. I was a little terrified that Yoshi's game, but I clutched it. That was a big clutch because I needed to win. I also think 3-0ing Moki, 3-0ing Nun, dropping one game to Cody, Plup, and H-Box was really good for my gas tank. Because I pretty much got to Zane only dropping 3 games, and I think that's really important. That was actually big. I got to Zane, it was like a speed run. Like, I was just good on time, you know. I was ahead on time by not losing. Because then that just, every game is like, you know what I mean? So I got there as fast as I could. I lost a few games, but I got there pretty fast, you know what I mean? Yeah, I was up in time, so I was like, this is good, this is good. But no, I played H-Box, and I kind of shadowed him. But he was bringing it back on Yoshi's, and I was a little scared. And that's why I started playing slower, and then... Because if I had to go game 5, I don't know, man. It's a whole different set, so... I was able to clutch it. I'm pretty happy about that. So no, H-Box, yeah, he got third. People are asking me, how do you feel about, like, H-Box getting third, and...
Let's kick some tail.
I just know me and Zane did our job. I did it twice. Zane did it once. I don't know what the fuck everyone else was doing. And if you lost the H-Box, I need you to get your shit together. And yes, that's all I have to say. He beat Amsa, yeah, but I mean, I'm not gonna say he didn't play well. I'm not gonna sit here and say that H-Box didn't play well. I think he did.
Let's rock and roll.
I think he just veteraned everybody he beat. That's all I think he did. He beat everybody on experience and like experience alone. Because you saw these kids were nervous on land. If you think about it, me, H-Box, Plup, Zane. Well, Zane kind of more of the new guy, but Zane kind of crumbled, which we'll get into later. But in the end, the old guys, you know, placed the highest, and, you know, the kids kind of got nervous and cracked. So I think H-Box, until people catch up, I still think he will be well. But I do think in a year or two, once these kids get not as nervous on land, it will be a problem for him. I don't think he's made any changes, but he does have that lightning, crispy mentality, and that's important. As you guys can see, you see how far that took him. He just went on literally veteran, like, you know what I mean? Like, he just played his land, and like people got nervous, and so like I don't think H-Box. It's weird. It's like the most impressive, least impressive, eye roll, kind of impressive third place I've ever seen. Because in my head, I'm like, what did he do? I'm like, he lost a bunch, and then I'm like, but he got third. I was like, this is such a weird third place. But he shut me up. He did get top 3. I did not think he was gonna get top 3, but he did. You think Leffen cried? I'd cry if I was him.
Let's rock and roll.
Absolutely, I'd be so fucking mad. Fucking motherfuckers can't even go to the fucking event. Marfog,
Let's kick
motherfucker.
some tail.
Leffen got shat on in so many different ways that I almost feel bad for him.
Rock and roll.
He got shat on, and then shat on, and then shat on, and then more shat on, and then even more shat on. He just,
I guess I should be thankful.
it's like he was at Summit and like placed below Yingling somehow. I don't know. Shouts to
Guys, just keep
Yingling, who took a game. And I can confirm, he's actually kind of a cool guy. Good for him.
I guess it's your turn to be thankful.
Good for him. Now, I hope to never see him again at Summit, because he damn right should not be there. But if there's ever a homie Summit, he's got my vote. So I beat H-Box. Again, I can't really shit on him. He did get third. I don't think he did anything out of this world impressive. Besides his, like, mental fortitude and, like, just his, like, I don't want to say clutchness, because that's corny, but, like, he was just able to keep cool. He showed that, like,
Let's rock and roll.
that he's still down to like he's not bad, but he didn't do anything like impressive. He just did his thing, and it was
I guess I should be thankful.
able to get third. And I will say, like, that's good. I think H-Box being a top 5 player is really good. I think he said he wants to grind. I do think he's gonna have to make changes to his play, but he showed you that he could still kind of compete. I think me and Zane kind of shat on him.
Just keep coming.
I didn't see the Zane set, but I imagine he kind of shat on him. I saw it was close at one point. But from what I saw, it looked like, you know, it was close. Then Zane sucks, and only I'm good, because I 6-2'd him, and I SD'd one, so I technically 7-1'd him. So Zane sucks ass, and I'm the only good player in the world, because I wasn't, homie wasn't playing that. Then it comes game time with Zane.
Let's kick some tail.
This is it. Everyone's going Mango Zane tier. Leffen is absolutely quiet at this point. And I'm thinking at this point, my Fox is playing fucking dope. I'm like, it's Fox. It's Fox Marf time.
We're not done yet.
I said, fuck it. Game 1 starts a little slow for me. I get owned, and then I'm able to bring it back. And then I throw game 1.
We're not done yet.
And I'm like, that's fine. Whatever. Every time I lost a game, I was just like, I'm not losing this tournament. I never thought I was losing the tournament. My mentality, I was just like, that's fine. I was just like, alright, let's just not do that again. I get owned game 1. Game 2, I think I barely lose, but I'm kind of remembering, you know. I was like, okay. So I'm down 2-0. Don't even fucking lie. At least 80% of you turned your streams off and went, Fox Mar 50. At least. Hey, don't play that shit with me.
I guess I should be thankful.
No. No. You guys are lying. You guys are fucking lying. If you're lying to yourself. Again, if you gave up, I don't think that makes you any less of a Mango fan in any way. I just think
I guess I should be thankful.
when the Eagles are down 21-0 in the fourth quarter, I'm like, I hate this team. They're probably gonna lose. But I watched the whole game. I watched the whole game. So I go down 2-0. I win my game. I win my Dreamland game pretty well. And I could notice Zane just like getting a little lazy, and I was like this. I could just like,
I should be thankful.
I could tell. And then the FD game starts, and he like dies right away, and I was like,
These guys just keep coming.
and keep in mind, like, this is like, because I'm like trying not to think of any, because okay, I'm gonna explain to you newbies how it works, because I was actually in the zone. So I'm gonna give you guys a little information on how the zone works, okay? And this is not, I'm not trying to be corny, it's just kind of how it goes. I was definitely in the zone, because I just was. And when I say these things, like, I could feel Zane, like, you know, trying to kind of letting up, because he's dropping things he never drops. Now, there's only two reasons people would drop something they never drop. One, they're just not playing well, and that's good for me. Or two, they're nervous, which is good for me. Now, people drop things all the time, or they're feeling the pressure, but that goes into nervous. And we were both feeling it. I'm not going to sit here and say that, you know, I wasn't feeling it a little bit, because I think we were both dropping things. But I could tell he was dropping. The thing is, I can be sloppy 1 second and amazing next second. And I don't think a lot of players have that. I have that in me. A lot of players don't have it. Just so I just know Zane was dropping things that he never drops. So right away, I'm like, this guy's feeling something over there. I don't know what he's feeling.
I guess I should be thankful.
I don't know what's going through his head, but I know he's feeling something. And then he dies right away on FD, and I'm like,
let's rock and roll.
And I'm like, this guy's feeling the heat. And I'm cool as a cucumber here. I'm like, the only thing I got to lose, you know, is Leffen making fun of me, which is bad.
These guys just keep coming.
But, you know, I'm just like, that's why it's way better to be the underdog. I love being the underdog. Because in this spot, Zane up 2-0 has everything to lose. I just have another run. The Mango runs over. I get second. Everyone says, nice try, Mango. We move on with our lives. And, like, I'm not saying this, like, I think there's pressure on me. But after, like, a crazy losers run, I think, like, let's say I do get 3-0'd by Zane. How many of you are mad? I think you're just like, you know, whatever, Mango. You fucking played a bunch. Like, you kind of gassed out. Whatever. It's not the grand finals I wanted. But you're like, you know, yeah, you say nice try, whatever, and then we move on with our lives. Now, we're going to be sad, and if I get 3-0'd, I'm probably not even sad, I'm more just upset at myself. Whatever. Let's go back to the timeline that we're in. That's weak mentality? Ban that guy. How is that weak? I'm saying after, what can I do? You know how many loser runs I've ended at second place? I've been there. You've never been there. You don't even have a mentality to have. You have nothing. You don't know anything about mentality, kid.
Kick some tail.
You never see your teammate drop a clutch 1v1? What do you say? Wow, you're fucking shit, teammate. No, you say nice try. Fuck. And you move on.
Shit.
Don't tell me that's weak. I'm just saying if I get 3-0'd, I'm obviously mad and I'm upset, but I'm like, it was a good run. I think, what can I do? I got fucked. Zane was better today. I beat a lot of good players. I just didn't have it. That's assuming I lose. Now, granted, that's not what happened. So I can feel Zane crumbling. And I think this is just for its experience that I have because I've been playing for... Dude, someone showed me the stat. Well, first of all, I am the youngest player to ever win a Super Major. And the oldest player. That's some GOAT shit. We're going to go into the GOAT thing later.
We're not done yet.
That's a sick stat. I realized I've been winning tournaments from 2008 to 2021. So think about that. Armada won his first tournament in like 2011 and then quit in 2017. Hashtag not my GOAT. Do I think Fox actually wins on FD? I think Fox doesn't lose on FD. Does he win? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. He just doesn't lose on FD. And I actually believe that. When I say he wins on FD, that's just kind of me hyping myself up. Because I think you got to tell yourself stuff like that. Because if you're another Fox player whose name I won't name, let's just say you're down 2-0. And then you have to win 2 games on FD. You know who's not winning that? Somebody who complains and says it's unwinnable on that level. I have to tell myself that I can win because I do want to win this tournament. And I'm not giving up. I know I can win these 2 FD games. Because once you tell yourself that you can't win on this level, you go down 2-0 and it's over. Or, as I've heard, Fox player's name, who we won't name, you know, you lose game 1 to Zane and it's just over because you're already down 2-0. I don't tell myself that. 1, because I'm not a pussy.
I guess I should be thankful.
And 2, I'm not a pussy. So I'm just like, it's fine. I'm like, I'm down. It's good. You know, whatever. I can win on FD. It's not a bad thing. So the whole time, I don't think it's over because it's 2-0. And you know why? And I'm not just saying this because I can see now that you know, in hindsight. That game 3, I started moving. You could tell that game 3 that I wasn't giving up. I was not ready to give up yet.
Just keep coming.
Now, if I was thinking that FD was unwinnable, I would have just said, fuck it, I'm just going to lose on FD anyway. But on game 3, you saw me turn it up, because I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready to go yet. I wasn't ready to go. So you can say I'm lying or just saying this, but I said, nuh-uh, I can win. And I'm like, he's not even playing that great. Because the first game I should have won. I can just tell he's playing sloppy. And I'm sure he thought I was playing sloppy, and maybe that's why he put his, you know, foot off the brake and got a little lazy. But I could tell he wasn't playing that well. I was like, I can win this. He's not playing hot. I know when Zane's playing hot. And the thing is, me and Zane play each other so much. He knows when I'm hot, and I know when he's hot. Whatever. And we just know, and we've played each other so many friendlies and so many fucking tournament sets. And I just know, I was like, he's a little sloppy. Why not turn it up on game 1? Oh, you're right. I just instantly. Okay, you're right. Yeah. Okay. I never thought of that. Maybe, okay.
We're not done yet.
Yes. Okay. Okay. Next time I'll know to just turn it up right away. No, but only to make fun of you. Like in the theory, yeah, it's that easy. But as the set goes on, it's like, you know, why can't why like?
I guess I should be thankful.
Even in sports, like that's why the second half people play like shit first half, and you play better second half, or vice versa, because it's a long game. There's more to it than one game. You gotta get in the zone. You gotta play it out, and that's why it's a 5 game, and that's why you play to the end. And the thing that was big is I just literally,
we're not done yet.
I just didn't want to give up. I just wanted to play my heart out, and if I lost, I just wanted to be able to look myself in the mirror after, and tell myself,
we're not done.
You tried.
Yet.
You tried. Now you kind of suck because you couldn't finish it. But I can look you in the eye, Mango, and at least you tried. And that's my advice to everybody. As long as you try, you can be mad at yourself for sucking a fat one. But at least you tried. And if you try, that's all you can usually ask for yourself. I was just like, I just want to try, and then you know whatever. So going into the FD game, I'm thinking I can win. Because now I'm telling you the truth, I don't think Fox wins on FD. I think it's 50-50. You just gotta have a nasty ground game, which I don't think any of the other Fox players have, and I think that's why they struggle on FD. Granted, we have a little sample size, but what I'm saying is, I think my Fox is just, it's made to beat Marv.
Kick some tail.
I think my Fox style is really good against Marv. I think the other Foxes would agree. I just have a really good style for the matchup that I don't think they have yet. So, FD, I think it's fine. I think Fox does better on FD than Falco.
Let's rock and roll.
Because Fox players are always like, they're like, I can't combo Marv, and it's like, you don't need combos to beat Marv. You just hit him, Fox. You realize your back air does like 15 fucking %, you stupid fuck. You hit him with like 4 back airs and you edge guard him.
Just keep coming.
What combos do you need? What combos do you need? And then sometimes you do get like a 70% combo and it's like, oh, tight. And then you edge guard him. What do you mean, Fox players? You don't need to fucking hit him with 4 up airs. You just do some shit. And that's what I don't think Fox players realize, and how fucking lucky they have it against Marv. And I'm not gonna turn this into like shit on the Fox players because I won 1 set. It's only 2 sets. I don't think I solved the matchup. I don't think I'm gonna beat Zane and Fox Marv every time.
Rock and roll.
I just, you know, I just learned a lot because I've been grinding the matchup, and you know, I'm not turning this into like let's make fun of the Fox players. I just feel like he's just got some good stuff. The thing that Fox has is he can edge guard the fuck out of Marv.
Let's kick some tail.
I hit some edge guards this tournament, and that shit's fire, man. To be able to fucking kill Marth, pretty much whenever, at any point,
These guys just keep
is something that not every character has. Can Captain Falcon kill Marth at 0%? Can Falco kill Marth at 0%? Can Sheik kill Marth at 0%? No. The only character that can kill Marth at any percent at any time is Fox. Only character who can kill Marth at any point from 0% to 70%, 185%, 20%, he can always kill Marth. Puff? Yeah, but Puff sucks. And that's what...
I guess I should be thankful.
And if you've been watching this stream, I had said many, many times that, like, being able to get quick kills and being able to live forever is amazing in tournament. And I think this set proved my point. Was I sloppy? Yes. But was I able to get quick kills? Was I able to extend stocks and then put on a bunch of fucking, you know, free damage? Yes. And that goes so far in a 10-game set, in a 5-game set, and a whatever. And, like, that was, like, the point I was making.
These guys just keep coming.
Also, once Fox is over 110%, best character in the game. Literally the best character in the game.
Just keep coming.
And it's not even close. Once Fox lives the nut combo, best character in the game.
Gotcha.
Cause look, okay, let me play this in your head. Zayn also always said that Fox is better against Marth. It's almost like you fucking morons should listen to the two best players in the world and not these other stupid fucks. Maybe you should listen to us. We've been saying this for like the last year and a half. You guys want to go and not listen to us? Anyways, so back to the game. I was able to win the game. He did that SD. I don't know if the air dodge SD was game 4. We'll go over the matches later. So we'll go over the matches later, but you know. And then game 5 comes and I hit that fucking. I think that's I just go off. So I reset the bracket. Game 1 starts, and I told myself this as I got up to get water. It was mango and the other mango. Because I always tell you, there's like 2 mangoes. When you're competing, it's the same thing, but you got like this guy over here, and then you got this guy over here, and they gotta like talk. You know, it's like I know that they talk about it, not to bring it up, but the tennis one, because I read that, and I was like, oh shit, like that, I feel that.
We're not done yet.
It's yeah. It's just like you're kind of talking to yourself, but you're just yourself, but you gotta like, because I told Scar this, it's a skill you gotta have to be able to talk to yourself. But like you gotta be able to talk to yourself and see and not be like biased, and you just gotta be like, okay, and then this guy's like, okay, you know what I mean? So I get up and I literally told myself this. I said, Mango, I'm proud of you. You fucking won the first set.
Let's rock and roll.
But I need 3 more games out of you, big guy. I was like, I don't want this to be a fucking reset. I don't want this to be a fucking reset where I win one set
rock and roll,
and then I fucking lose the next set. I was like, I don't want it to be that. I'm like, I don't want it to be like, damn, Mango, sick run. You fucking took a set and then you got shat on. I was like, Mango, I need 3 more games out of you. I know we can do this. If you can't give it to me,
these guys just keep coming.
I just want you to try, and I'll be happy with whatever happens. That's what I told myself. I'm like, give me 3 more games. Give me 3 more fucking wins.
Gotcha.
I would love it if you can give it to me. If not, just fucking try. And do not give up at any point, no matter how many stocks you're down. No matter what this fucking situation is. I just want you to try on your last... I want you to just try. The whole fucking time. Don't get lazy. Just fucking do it.
We're not done yet.
Just fucking go out there and try, you little fuck. And then we did the huddle and it was like, break. So that's what I told myself. I gave myself a little speech. I was like, it's been a fucking sick run, but yet. I'm like, I need 3 more games out of you, man. I need 3 more games. Please.
Just keep coming.
Please. So the second game starts, or the first game, I get shit on. Whatever. I'm like, at this point, if you're a memer, you're like, it's fine, Mango has FD, which I'm sure at least 90% of you said, because, you know, well, fuck it, we just won 2 FD games, we're feeling it. Yeah, that's fine.
We're not done yet.
Yeah, whatever, it's fine. Mango has FD, it's not a big deal. But game 1, I lose. Game 2, I remember he has the bad thing where I was losing game 2, and then he did the thing, and I tried to shine him to like cover the forward air, and he went too low.
Let's kick some tail.
And you're thinking Zayn SD'd. Yeah, he definitely fucked up, but he felt the pressure of having to not get shined by me. So we kind of outplayed each other, and then he just went too far and he fucked up bad. And then I hit the angle and I lived, went on to win that game.
Let's kick
And the last stock I fucked him up. Last stock I shadowed him. I was like, okay, we go to FD. We don't have the magic this time. But if you're a Mango fan, you're like, Mango won too. It's fine. Doesn't have to win FD stock, FD game for the next 4 tournaments. He got the 2 biggest FD comeback games in the history of the game. There will never be.
We're not done yet.
That'll never happen again. Those are the 2 biggest FD wins of anyone's career of any time ever in the history of Melee.
We're not
How
done
often
yet.
does somebody win 2 FD games against anybody? It's pretty rare. In the, the situation, whatever. I'm hyping it up, but I do think it was that big. It was that massive. So again, we start. I lose the FD game, and I'm like, it's fine. I'm like, I have Yoshis. I'm feeling pretty good about Yoshis. I didn't get to use Yoshis in set 1 because I lost and I had to win 2 FD games. So I get the Yoshi's game. I get 2 quick shines, and I don't know when Zane said it, or it was at some point, I don't remember. I heard Zane talking to himself,
I guess I should be thankful.
and he like died at some point, and all I heard, because like if you're wondering what I was listening to, I was listening to piano music the whole time. I was listening to piano music. Just like nice, peaceful, like piano music. If you're wondering, no lyrics, just piano playlist. I found one, and
These guys just keep coming.
that's all I listened to. I just wanted to stay calm. I listened to piano the whole time. So yes, and it's like I have it as loud as I can because I just want to be like in my little piano zone. The music ends. It's like dun 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 dun, some piano shit. And somehow when it ended, I just heard Zane go,
I guess I
"Fuck."
should be thankful.
I was like, this guy's fucking toast, dude. This guy's out here cursing out loud. This guy is so fucking done for. No, I don't use
Let's rock and roll.
I don't use game music. That's why like people are like the TV sounds. I don't need them. So everyone's like, I need like sound
I guess
cues.
it's your turn to
And
be
to me
thankful.
that's weird. I'm like, I play without. I don't need to hear anything. I just listen to music when I play. But I
We're
heard
not
Zane,
done
and like
yet.
I could hear him, and like I could just see the way he was gesturing, like from the corner of my eye, and I could tell he was crumbling. So I get the 2 quick kills on Yoshi's. Somehow I almost throw, cause I fucking SD'd. Or actually, Zane's defense, he hit a sick forward B to catch my jump, and then I tried to air dodge. Okay, look. So the mix-ups that are really good, and what I instantly figured out, what I instantly kind of realized.
Gotcha.
So let's just say this is the edge, and let's say Fox is on the edge right here. Pretend that's Fox.
These guys just keep coming.
Okay, that's Fox on the edge, right? The beauty of what I was kind of doing with my edge guards that I actually want to take further once I... Keep in mind, I've only grinded Fox Mar for a month and a half, and I feel like I've already pushed the meta,
I guess I should be thankful.
5 years into the future, because I got to carry these Fox fucks, I got to carry these Falco fucks. I already told Kadoran I'm actually going to play Mar Fox from Mar's point of view for a month,
Alright.
so I can help him out too. So I'm going to play some Mar Fox, because, Also, I love Kadoran. I am now the biggest Kadoran fan. He kind of reminds me of, like, Johnny,
Let's rock and roll.
where you think he's going to be, like, this little quiet Asian guy who's, like, kind of nerdy. But then he talks, and he just says, like, fuck. He's like, fuck Geo.
Let's rock and roll.
And I'm like, holy shit. Fuck Geo. I'm like, yeah. This is why Fox is so fucking good and stupid. And you saw it a
I
lot.
guess I should be
This is
thankful.
all I did to Edgeguard. It was this basic, and I figured it out in 22 seconds. Okay, look at this. You see Fox? Zach, look at this. You can steal it, Zach. You know how Fox, you saw I was drop shining? Everyone saw my drop shines that for some reason I don't see other people do. We all saw the drop shines, right? The drop shines were money. I didn't get that many, but I got a few, and I got them in pretty big moments when I needed to. So, you realize when
I guess
Fox
I should be
drops
thankful.
down, this whole zone right here becomes a threat zone. Just by Fox holding the edge, and if you tell them,
I guess I should be thankful.
this whole zone instantly becomes a no-no. It means, B is closed. Right? Now, what this is good, obviously it's not probably this big. I just kind of made it big, but you get what I'm saying, right? And the other mix-up to this is if I go and then I get on the edge, and Zane's like right here, and he comes, and he gets to this spot. This is the spot where the money happens. This is the moment when the mix-up comes into play.
Let's rock and
Is he
roll.
gonna double jump because he doesn't want to get drop shined, or is he gonna drop down? So all I did was kind of cover those two. And then in the game for Yoshi's, he did not want to drop, so I would just get up, back air him.
Gotcha.
Bam. Look at Fox. He threatens all of this zone just by being on the edge. It's ridiculous. But that was... So that's why you're wondering when sometimes Zane just jumps up and I back air him. It's not like, oh, Zane's just jumping in a bad spot. It's just because, you know, Fox can just drop back air. So Marv's kind of... This is where the whole game happens. And I realized that if you drop Shine, he's scared to go low. And then he's scared to double jump. And then it's just 50-50. And I think we can't let Zane just recover for free. I didn't ledge dash at all. Because you know why?
I should be thankful.
I was playing all of Sunday. I couldn't ledge dash. I said Mango. I took Mango to the back. And then me and Mango and other Mango had a talk. I said, look, Mango, we can't ledge dash.
Rock and roll.
What do we want to do about it? Other Mango says, just don't ledge dash. I'm like, what do you mean just don't ledge dash? He's like, just fuck it. Just do some other shit off the edge.
Kick some tail.
I said, huh. I said, alright. Break. That was it. I said, fuck it, ledge dash. I don't need it. Because you got to play to your abilities and strengths. I was like, I'm not ledge dashing. I'm not good at it. I'm just gonna... Yeah, I do the Mango platform dash. That one's really good. The Mango platform dash is actually better than ledge dash. Anyways, that's my basic. So game 5 starts, and I get like a 0 to 60. And like
We're not done yet.
There was a moment I could have killed him, and I don't. I remember being really mad at myself. So I kind of blew that stock. And then I blew
rock and roll.
the second stock. So Zane's up 4 stocks to 2. And I'm like, fuck, he's getting comfortable. He's getting comfortable. I was like, shit. I was like, I gotta put some pressure on him or he's gonna win for free.
Your turn to be thankful.
So I was like, I need to kill him and I'm gonna need a big third stock. And I did do that. I did exactly that. I told myself, Mango, you need a big stock. I need a fucking money stock from you right now. Because he was getting comfy. And I could feel it. And then, you know, it comes down 2 stock, and then last stock happens. We're gonna go over the matches, so I'll talk more about it. I get up, obviously everyone saw, it's like 1 frame he missed me by. Pretty much I think Cody said getting up in that spot is risky. Because most people probably go to the sides to like try to get a slide off. I said nope, I can't take any more percent. I'm like, I don't want to be, I don't want any more percent. I need to get out of this now.
Let's kick some tail.
Which sounds funny, but I was like, I want no more percent. I want to be able to have a nice 60. Because at 60, because if I take more percent, I'm going to get up there. It's going to lead to like 120 in a forward smash or some shit. I'm being in a weird spot where like I'm above him and he can like mix me up and tipper me. I was just like, I'm just going to try and get out of it right now. Because I don't want this to go any further. He misses. He goes. He missed by 1. I drop down. Again, what I said. I find the fucking shine. He fucking panics. He just panicked. You know his throw kind of remind me of? It kind of reminded me of Armada's when he like double jump air dodge and H-box arrested him.
We're not done yet.
The more I look at it, the more I realize he just wanted to get to the safest spot possible that I just found it right away. The more I watch it, I realize he instantly panicked.
Let's rock and roll.
And it put him in a really bad spot. I got that. The more I watch it, I get that kind of vibe from it. Where like he knew he was in a bad spot, so he just tried to like get safe, and then he didn't. So yeah, that was my run. Everything I just told you is literally how I felt. I cannot believe I won. I actually think that might be probably the best loser run. Just given the whole narrative of everything and the Fox Marsh bullshit. Can we talk about? Okay, no one has talked about it one time. Can we talk about this? Can we get P-Task to do something for once in his life? My DI on the fucking up tilt. No one say anything about it. Is it not that good? Is it only good in my head? Look where I go here. Look at him, just look. No. See that DI? That was insane. How did I fly that way? Look at this up tilt DI. Look where I go.
Let's rock and roll.
Look at that. That was crazy. How did I fly that way? That wasn't Wizzy DI. You think Wizzy hits this right here? I saw his game 5 against Zane on SCL online. You think Wizzy's fat dick handles the pressure of being in this room? Game 10 50K hits that DI? Fuck no. Couldn't even fuck no.